A couple of things. One was Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if you guys know him. He's on ESPN, First Take, I believe the show's called. I stopped listening to him years ago. Don't like this guy. He uses a lot of big words and vocabulary, but he uses them incorrectly, which shows his lack of education. But he's trying to act educated, but he's not. He makes a lot of money giving his opinion on sports that nobody seems to watch. So I recommend you steer clear of this guy, but he did try to go after Shohei Ohtani, the only baseball player worth watching. And he tried to, how would you describe it? Take the wind out of his sails. He tried to rain on his parade because everyone was praising him as the best baseball player. And of course, Stephen A. has to ruin his moment by saying, because he can't speak English, this makes him look bad somehow. I guess his thought is that somehow you need English to hit a baseball, or you need to speak proper English to throw a baseball. Now, he doesn't exactly explain how this is, probably because it's not in physics important to either of those, but he made himself look ridiculous in the meantime. And I'm asking the question, why hasn't Olivia Munn jumped all over this to ask Disney and ABC to fire him for his comments? They were clearly racist to an Asian person, but where is Olivia Munn? She seems to be MIA on this issue. And once again, I saw the commercial about Asians saying they're discriminated against. The only ones discriminating against them are black people. But this is, if you mention this, you're called a racist. Hispanics and Asian people don't discriminate against anyone because they're raised properly and don't exhibit racism towards anyone. It's too bad we're all not like this, but we can all remain hopeful that one day that will come. In the meantime, if you need if because of these issues are getting you down and depressed and you need some comic relief, I found two comedians who I watched recently and did great sets. One is Kabir Singh, an Indian guy, and the other is Nick Guerra, a white guy, but he's short. And so they did two really good sets. I'll put links in them so you can watch them if you don't know these guys. I love comedy, but you have to be good for me to appreciate you, and these guys were really good. For those who don't know, I'll just rattle off a few comedians if you're looking for other comedians. Bill Burr, if you don't know him, he is the number one guy. And there's also someone who I don't particularly like, but he is funny to a lot of people, Nick Mancuso, Italian guy. He was in the Green Book film. He's been in a couple other films. And somebody from a long time ago who I think is really funny, Dennis Wolfberg. So I'll put links to these guys, and you can watch them if you haven't heard of these guys before, and have a laugh and try to forget all the heavy stuff that's going on recently. Okay? Okay, so have a good night.